What's good, y'all? I am Vehement. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live stream. Why do I sound so muffled? I sound really muffled. What the hell? It's really weird. Why am I so muffled? There we go. So what's good, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome to V's Game Chat. I might have to switch headphones. First actual stream. Yeah, I can't do this. Hold up, guys. I can't do this. I got these IEMs and they just have so much unnecessary bass, and it is affecting the way I sound in the headphones. And so I'm just gonna do the big headphones, even though all right, much better. I can actually hear myself much clearer now. So what is this stream? It is a gaming news cast stream with a tiny bit of spicy internet stuff going on as well. I don't think I'm actually hearing myself back now that I think about it. So the stream, can you guys even hear me? About it. Okay, you guys can hear me, but I'm very quiet. There we go. Sorry for being late. I had a bunch of technical difficulties. I tried changing out my preamp and it went poorly. And so I had to do all kinds of changing to the software. It's called Wavelink. But anyway, this stream is a gaming newscast where I talk about current gaming topics and some like YouTube gaming topics. Like we have a topic coming up later about a girl cheating in Monster Hunter and trying to claim that she was blindfolded. We also are going to be talking about the industry as a whole. We are also going to be talking about some dope games that are set to release, and look at some cool trailers later on, and all kinds of stuff. I got about an hour was packed worth of stuff to talk about, and sadly the first thing that we're going to talk about isn't the most pleasant thing to talk about. However, the gaming industry is in a bit of a not so hot situation. It kind of bums me out because like we are seeing record highs on profit margins, but we are also seeing a record high of layoffs, studios shutting down, and all this shit happening just in the last, as this title says, 59 days into 2024. And we already have 8,100 plus video game layoffs that have been announced. Like, no studio right now has been safe from this situation, and it's really sad. It's such a bummer. You know, so many companies who a lot of people are looking at it like, oh, the CEOs are lining their pockets, but yet that they're dumping all these people off, laying them off and all that. I'm sure part of that, you know, could possibly be like they want a higher profit margin and they want a less payout. So what's the best way to do it is by trimming off some of your staff. I also think that part of it is like, you know, game development is becoming so expensive that to offset the cost of these crazy expensive developments, to cut staff. But some of it just seems really high. Like, we're gonna go through here. So within the last few years, video game industry layoffs have unfortunately become more commonplace in 2023. We saw nearly weekly layoffs across the entire industry. When the dust had settled, at least 6,000 jobs across publishers, developers, and other video game related companies have been terminated. Sadly, it appears 2024 will outpace that if the first few weeks of the year are any indication. Most folks didn't expect 2024 to be much better, but I'm not sure anyone was ready for it to be possibly worse. And it's true, this year, we're only in March. We just started March, and we are at a record high of layoffs. So Kotaku is going to try and track all 2024's layoffs as they happen. Hopefully we don't have to update this post that much. Now this article goes through all of the studios that have let go people, and I wanted to kind of just trim through some of this and talk about it. So I don't know who boss the studio is, but 19 people. This technically happened in late 2023, but was reported and confirmed on January 5th, 2024. So 19 people were cut from the studio. The layoffs were mostly QA and production roles, as well as non-UK employees. So 19, not too bad. My guess is they're probably... I've not heard of this studio. Unity Software, everybody knows what Unity is. It's a game engine with a not so pleasant CEO. 1,800 people. On January 8th, 2024, Reuters reported the first truly massive round of layoffs for the year, as Unity confirmed that it planned to cut nearly 25% of its staff as part of a continued reset at the company. This is reportedly the large round of layoffs in the software company's history, and it will be completed by the end of March. And Unity's not no small, thing. I mean, like, so many indie games use Unity. Even like bigger games have used Unity. Unity is not a small development studio whatsoever. Of course they're not small. I mean, if they had enough people to lay off 1,800 people, but that's also one of those companies where, if you guys remember, like Unity wanted to, the CEO of Unity wanted to charge people for as many sales you make, that they want to get a cut out of the sales that they had created. So that this is a company where it's kind of like, a little bit of, yeah. Twitch, 500 people. Now Twitch has been bleeding money for a long time. They struggle to make their company profitable, but 500 people. Playtika, 300, 400 people. Discord, 170 people. Lost Boys Interactive, 125 people. Fun Selector, 3 people. PTW, formerly known as Poldwin, 45 people. And it just goes on. 20% of staff, 120 staff, 25, 35, and it goes on. And it goes on. 10% of staff. Like, we are in a... when it comes to job security, in a very dark time, and I don't see this slowing down. I really don't. I don't see this slowing down at all, to be honest with you. I think we're going to keep seeing this for the next few months. I really hope and pray that people that get laid off find jobs as soon as possible. I'm sure these are gifted and very skilled people, and some people might say, oh well, they must have been laid off for a reason. I don't think it works like that. I think that sometimes you just are the unlucky few that gets laid off, and I just hate to see it, especially knowing that the gaming industry is at a record high of profits, but I guess it just isn't keeping the doors open. Development costs is at an all-time high. But I don't know. This seems a bit crazy to me. Like, again, look at how far I can go down of this list. So I'm not an expert in the industry. Obviously, there's a reason for this. I wouldn't think that, like, oh, this is just magically for some reason all happening at the same time. There's got to be a reason. And my theory is the development cost, and also shareholders. you look better at shareholder. You can look better to shareholders, you know, by having a higher influx of money because you're paying out less, stuff like that. But I don't want to pretend to be an expert in the field of all of that. I just know that this really fucking sucks, and I hate to see it. And on the eve of the cancellations and layoffs, Star Wars game canceled as EA makes major layoffs. So EA is in that list of people who are laying people off. Now this one's a bummer because this sounded really dope. Now, I'm a huge fan of Star Wars games. The films are pretty good. Have not watched The Mandalorian. Now, that is kind of important because this is about The Mandalorian. There was a first-person shooter game revolving around The Mandalorian, and EA has canceled this game. EA has canceled a new Star Wars first-person shooter title that was in development at Respawn Entertainment. You know how dope that would have been? Respawn has some of the best first-person shooting in the industry. You know how dope it would have been to have a Star Wars game developed by Respawn? Oh, that would have been so good. I can picture it. I may not have seen Mandalorian, but I can imagine how dope it probably would have been. So while job listings for the title appeared back in 2022, recent reports gave players some insight into the game's story and gameplay, with it being focused on a brand new Mandalorian character and featuring a more linear level design, contrasting Respawn's open world Star Wars Jedi games. And you know, a lot of people I've actually talked to, like in the real world, didn't know that Respawn is the same people that make Apex Legends, that made Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and the new one, to which I haven't played the new one yet because it was really broken when it came out, so I didn't play it. I do plan on playing it soon though because it does look really, really good. As reported by IGN, EA has announced a major company restructuring that will unfortunately see approximately 670 individuals, see, damn, those numbers are so fucking high, or 5% of its workforce losing their jobs, and the cancellation of titles such as Respawn's Star Wars shooter that no longer seems to fit in with the studio's plans going forward. This is the latest in a shocking wave of layoffs to hit the gaming industry, with major studios at PlayStation and Microsoft recently undergoing similar shakeups as well. I get, hey Bug, what up? Long time no see. It is such a bummer. I really would have loved to play this game, man. But I mean, this goes back to what we were saying in the last story. I'm kind of combining these two stories, that no studio recently has been able to escape this layoffs situation. You know, again, Sony, EA, and again, these companies I don't feel like are hurting financially, but there's got to be something that we don't know. But man, EA is reportedly focusing on larger scale games. As part of EA's reorganization, Respawn's linear Mandalorian shooter was canceled, with the company reportedly planning a shift toward massive communities, live I didn't know that part. I didn't read this part before the stream. Oh, are you serious? Like, we could have gotten a dope Mandalorian game, but no, they want to make more live service games. Don't get me wrong here. I am as guilty gets. I enjoy live service games to an extent. Like, they have their place in my life, right? But I don't think live service games should overshadow first-person games. Didn't mean to say first-person games. Story-driven games and single-player titles. Like, yeah, that's a really dumb decision. This game would have sold immensely well, and they care more about live service. Am I fucking shocked? No, it's EA. Of course I'm not shocked. But man, have these companies not read the room? You know how many people are saying stop with the live service games? So many people. Majority of people, well, I wouldn't say a majority, but there's a loud group of people that are so sick of live service games taking over the industry. Like, don't get me wrong, like, here's where I kind of have like my ass is planted right on that fence. I really enjoy live service games. One of my favorite games to play is ESO. Another game that I really enjoy is Genshin Impact. However, the reason why I like Genshin Impact is because it's single player. It just so happens to be a live service game. But, I mean, one of my favorite games of all time is Elden Ring. And I would really hate it if that game was live service, multiplayer. Well, I guess it's multiplayer, but you know what I mean. But again, another one of my favorite games is Destiny 2. They completely wrecked that game. Bungie. Destiny 2 is in a really fucking bad place. Please cut the shit. I absolutely cannot stand the new season of Destiny 2. I think that they went in an awful direction with season 2. But anyway, back on track. Where was I? With reports of Star Wars for Jedi franchise continuing, according to IGN's report, not all of the team that was working on Respawn's shooter are being let go, with many being reassigned to the third Star Wars. Okay, so at least they're working on the third installment in the Jedi series. The upcoming Marvel games, Iron Man and Black Panther and Apex Legends. I don't know if I'm living under a rock, but is this something that people knew about? Is this Iron Man and Black Panther game something that people knew about? Because I didn't know about this. The news of EA's plans going forward also suggests that the studio is focusing largely on established ideas and IPs, which doesn't bode well for the idea of original character stories being the focus of future Star Wars titles. While Cal Kestis is now an established, extremely popular character, it's hard to say whether EA would take a risk on telling his story with a game like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, following this new restructuring, as the idea of a brand new Force-sensitive who was not established character like Luke Skywalker, for example, would be seen in a financial risk. Hey, Jelly Roll, I love him. Anyway, so while there wasn't much information surrounding the title, news of the Mandalorian shooter's cancellation is sure to disappoint fans. I'm disappointed. I am extremely disappointed. When I heard about this Mandalorian game, I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. And later on, we are going to talk about a Star Wars first-person shooter that did release that I'm very excited about. Just stay tuned for that. I got some stuff to show you guys. Two Star Wars games, actually. Now that I'm looking at the listing, we got 2 games that I want to talk about. So yeah, EA dumped a bunch of people. EA canceled a Star Wars game that could have been amazing. And they're going to focus on the Jedi series, and I would assume continue support of Apex Legends, and I guess more live service games, because, you know, we need more of those. Because speaking of live service games, here's a great example on why not everything needs to be a fucking live service game. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League fails to meet Warner Brothers' expectations. Who would have thought? Now, I have a short on this channel where I just briefly say how I feel about the game. I was not excited for this game. I was worried about this game, and sadly, I was right. I wanted this game to succeed. I truly did. I just wasn't interested in it, but I truly wanted to see this game do well. I really did. But it didn't. And the writing was on the wall quite a while before it came out. And this game fell harder and faster than the Avengers game, to which also plummeted down to the core of the earth. But we're gonna discuss this game a bit more. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has failed to meet publisher Warner Brothers' expectations. Now, here's the thing. What was their expectations in the first place? Because this is Warner Brothers. What was their original expectation? By the way, if you don't got yourself a coffee, grab yourself a coffee. My question, what was their expectations? However, I'm sure their expectations were far and away of the reality of what happened. During a financial call, Warner Brothers Discovery's chief financial officer Gunnar Wiedenfields says Rocksteady's recent release had fallen short of our expectation. The executive did not share any sales figures for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Sneaky. Very sneaky. During the call, but admitted it had left the company with a tough year ahead when it comes to year-on-year comparisons. Last year, Warner Brothers published Mortal Kombat 1 and Hogwarts Legacy, the latter of which became the best-selling game in the US 2023. And you know, that does suck that they had to follow the next year after both Mortal Kombat and Hogwarts Legacy. That is a huge undertaking. I mean, the thing is, Hogwarts Legacy is a game that just prints money. Fucking prints money. I love the game. Have I finished it? No. I'm not quite sure why I didn't finish it. I did not finish it. I plan on it. Last year, Warner Brothers... Oh, we just read that line. I am terribly sorry. This news from Warner Brothers is perhaps not especially surprising. Things were rocky for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League even before the game's launch. Like I said, we all knew ahead of launch that this game was going to be a disaster, with the game subject to several delays as well as multiple leaks. I think those leaks were like the worst thing that could have happened to them. Like, if the game didn't leak like it did, I feel like less people would have been concerned and would have bought into the game and bought into the hype, to which, you know, you should never buy into hype. It's okay to get excited about a game, but don't like get erratic about a game, because you're just bound to get hurt. Like Starfield, for example, Diablo 4, for example. Then back in January, those who pay... I'm actually in the middle of playing Diablo 4. Those who paid extra to get early access to the game were met with bugs on launch, including one which saw players have a full story completion from the off, and the servers were taken offline on more than one occasion. To which, I remember when that was happening, people were pissed. Rightfully so. You paid extra money to get that game early and you couldn't fucking play. But we're actually gonna skip the rest of that because this is all stuff we already know. But where is Suicide Squad now? Where is Suicide Squad now? That is where Suicide Squad is right now. 578 playing 2 hours ago. Well, actually, let's refresh. So, 531 players 17 minutes ago. 24-hour peak, 580 people. All-time peak of 13,459 people. Sorry, Suicide Squad. You tried. Maybe you guys' next 4 seasons will help. But for now, my friend, I shall send you off with this. I am sorry, Suicide Squad. You tried. Now, a game that did launch and is like critically acclaimed is Final Fantasy VII. I'm pretty excited to play this. However, I don't know if I can play it because I didn't play the original. I didn't play the Final Fantasy VII. What was the remaster called? Whatever. I didn't play it. I played like the first like hour or two, and it wasn't that I didn't like it. I just got distracted by something else, and I never went back to it. But I really want to play this. This looks fucking fire. But I don't know if I should play the first one or if I should watch a video telling me the story of it, and then just be like, all right, cool, I got the story, and then play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. What do you guys think? Should I just skip the game, watch a trailer? I mean, a story overview, and then just play it? Because that's what I'm thinking about doing. I also gotta play Final Fantasy 16. I keep going to say 17. I really want to play that too. I'm really behind on games. Like to get off the gaming news stuff, outside of what we're talking about. I am really behind on games, and I really am planning on playing games that I missed and reviewing them on the channel, and also trying to play the new stuff too. But it'll take me a while to get the reviews out because I only have a few hours a day to play, and then I also got to edit and film and all that stuff. So it takes me a while to get videos out. That's the whole point of this live stream, where I can stream the stories and then condense it down into videos. But I really want to do reviews of games that oh, whoa, spoilers. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna watch a trailer, play the game anyway. And I'm going to be going, like I said, I want to go back to old games that not old games, but my backlog, and review them currently, and also play the new stuff. But now let's get into a little bit of spicy gaming drama type deal. One thing that I can't stand more than anything is cheating for clout. It's one thing to be, you know, clout hungry. You know, it's one thing to do crazy things on the internet to get attention. I don't care about a lot of stuff. Like, you know, I call out some stuff. Like, this bothered me to the point where I wanted to add this to the stream, and in the future I might add like one drama story per like stream. But Carl Jobs. Now, okay, one thing, I said that I wasn't going to react to other people's content. I'm still not entirely doing that, but I am kind of retracting that statement in a way of like, I need to use other people's content to show my point. I'm not going to like just sit here and watch full videos, but I do need to take clips from other channels to show my point. So in a way, I'm taking back what I said, but I'm still not like just sitting here just like, you know, munching on popcorn and watching other people's content for views. But Carl Jobs made a fantastic two-part series about this girl, Queen pwnsalot. She claimed to do a blindfolded Erdtree fight, and the first one was painfully obviously fake. Now you can see that. Oh, you can't see it, my head's in the way. 1 second, let me get my head out of the way. So you can clearly see that her blindfold is small and thin, and Carl Jobs points that out.
Last month, the streamer known as Queen pwnsalot pretended to beat the dragon Erdtree wearing a blindfold. This garnered her quite a lot of attention, but when people experienced with the game she was playing, and those experienced in blindfold speedrunning saw her video, they realized immediately it was fake. Unfortunately, Queen pwnsalot's effort of faking a blindfolded run was extremely poor. Not only was she used... So again, this guy goes through 22 minutes to break down how this whole thing is fake.
Now, he points out how her blindfold is very, very thin. When she pulls it down, you can see through it because she has a light behind her. It's called a hair light. I have one going on right now. And you can see through it when she pulls it down. And on top of that, she's aiming at the Erdtree's head quite often, to which got Asmongold to believe it twice. We're going to go over both times. But she aims at his head
to fool everyone so easily.
Or her, I don't know, Erdtree.
For 3 days, I meticulously studied her video. I worked with experts.
Now she shows her hands, to which that's fine. And this is the second attempt. Now she uses this blindfold, shows her hands, covers these monitors, and shows her keyboard and mouse. Now in this one, she was good about. She was smart. You know, she showed the light not passing through the blindfold and all that. But in his second video, he proves that this blindfold is pushed up, she can see through the gap, and she got a third monitor. Now, why do I care? Because cheating for clout is not cool. And there are people who like have their whole career based off of doing dope things like blindfolded runs and stuff like that. And when you like clearly fake it, and then like she was posting on the subreddit for Asmongold to see and he fell for it, telling all these people all this was dope and everything like that. And if this was real, that would have been super dope. But man, come on. But check out Carl Jobs' 2-part series. The fake blindfold speedrun fooled everybody, and streamer fake blindfold speedrun for clout. Check those videos out. Super dope. Proves everything. And honestly, man, just don't cheat for clout. You know what is dope is, I'm sorry, god damn it. What's not dope, but is cool, is apparently Last Epoch is a really fucking good game, but had a really rocky launch. I tried buying it, and I couldn't get in at all. No matter how hard I tried. I could not get into the game. The servers were just so absolutely jam-packed that I just couldn't get in. So I went to Steam and I got a refund. I didn't want to pay for a game that I could not play. And apparently the game's really good. But, you know, on Steam right now, it's at a mixed rating due to its rocky launch. And this is the most recent news about Last Epoch. The developer of Steam hit Last Epoch has addressed the influx of negative reviews that came in after the action RPG's bumpy launch. Last Epoch is one of the most played games on Steam, but its long-standing early access user review rating of mostly positive plummeted to mixed in recent reviews after the game launched in 1.0 form with a raft of issues that prevented people from playing. Online connectivity was so bad that 11th Hour Games announced plans to give a player an in-game gift as compensation. Now, in a post on Steam, 11th Hour Game founder and game director Judd Cobbler expresses surprise and delight at hitting 265,000 players. That's dope, man. That is awesome. And I'm pretty sure this is a small dev too. Like this team is not that big. Online at one time over the weekend, the 39th highest concurrent user count recorded on Steam ever. And you know, it's really dope to see because ARPGs don't get a whole lot of love. You know, there's not a shit ton of ARPGs that come out that are either good or that just exist. And Last Epoch actually really sparked my attention. I really wanted to play this game. Like, this was on my top 10 games that I wanted to play. I don't play early access games. I don't want to play a beta version of your game. I'll wait till you release it, and then I'll play your game. I want to see your vision at the end. I don't want to see what your vision might be. I want to see your vision at the end. So I always wait for the 1.0 versions of these games. But they said, we appreciate you all bearing with us as the load initially gave us trouble for online gameplay. But we're happy to say that we're holding mostly steady above 200,000 players in-game and have made improvements each day in the back-end infrastructure to support the demand, Cobbler said. We'll continue to monitor and address any issues that crop up. Still, Last Epoch's mixed user review rating remains, at least for now, and clearly has caused some concern within the game's community and 11th Hour Games itself. So much so that Cobbler moved to calm the player's base, declaring, Last Epoch is here to stay. And that's really good to hear. Like, they're saying, like, hey, look, like, you know, we understand that the game's fucked right now, and we understand that you really want to play this game, and we understand that you're having trouble playing it, but just wait, you know, we're here to support it. You know, and sometimes, like, when games like blunder like this, like, it can like turn out really poorly. And I don't think that this is going to end poorly. I genuinely think that they're going to fix it, and I think everything's going to be all good. And honestly, from the looks of it, Last Epoch might end up being like one of the big top ARPG games that might be here for a long time. The next Diablo, the next Path of Exile. You know, Last Epoch could be like one of the top 3 games in that genre. It could be up there with those 2 games. Because what is good about this game, from what I've noticed, is it's like a good in-between of Diablo and Path of Exile. Path of Exile, like people say, you need a college degree to play the game. And then Diablo 4 smacks you around with so much sass that calling you stupid that it feels insulting. And it looks like Last Epoch is a good in-between. And right now I'm replaying Diablo 4. I bought the $90 edition and I dropped the game hard, but I'm trying it again. I really want to give it another shot, and whenever Last Epoch, the developers of Last Epoch get this game up and running, I will be there. I will play it. I will let you guys know what I think, but I'm not playing it until these server issues are fixed. While we're continuing to receive high praise about the game itself, Steam reviews and sentiment took a heavy hit due to the initial turbulence of online service at launch. Cobbler said, "We are committed to regaining that trust by making improvements to our backend infrastructure for this amount of load and providing a great experience for online play. We take time to read your reviews and feedback on Steam," which is great. Don't do a Bethesda though. Don't start replying to them. Be like, "Guys, I promise you my game is good. I'm sorry." Please don't make mean comments. Our game is good, we promise. See, we have jetpacks. Sorry. We take time to read your reviews and feedback on Steam, socials, and our forums, and take swift action to improve the areas that we see players are dissatisfied with. That's great. We know that seeing our Steam reviews lower than they've ever been is concerning to players who are looking forward to the future of Last Epoch, but we want to assure you that the team has always been committed to making a game you can enjoy and expect updates from for years to come. We've seen the passion reflected back at us in the community this past week, and it has bolstered our resolve to the goal even further. Last Epoch is here to stay. So, again, this seems like a great game. Sadly bogged down with a rocky launch. I really think that if you give this game some time, I really truly think it's going to be something special. What is special is the new trailer for the Shadow of the Erdtree. We are going to sit here and we are going to react to the new trailer. I have only seen a portion of this. I saved it for this stream, so we are going to watch this. We are going to react to the trailer, and yeah. I'm probably gonna get copyright claimed. I realized I forgot to hit record. Mother.
Pure and radiant, he wields love to shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying.
Apparently this game, this expansion is supposed to be like the size of Limgrave, but denser than any area in the entire game. And yes, of course, there's a poison swamp. Oh man, I'm so fucking hyped, man. So hyped.
Place, blood must spill. Blood of your fellows. The Erdtree faithful.
They were never saints. They just happened.
Ooh, what the fuck is that? Oh, it must be a boss. Oh, that's sexy. Mm-hmm. It's probably a boss too. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Nobody does boss fights like From Software, man. Liza P came close.
Wouldst thou truly lordship sanction?
I need to finish Liza P.
Bereft of life. I presume you too are keen to know.
So I wonder how if it's gonna be like a foresty area. Bro, what? Look at that environment. What the fuck? Dude, I've been seeing so many different environments. It's supposed to be the size of Limgrave. How do they fit so many different biomes in such a small area? Well, not small, but... Look at that. Looks sick, right? Bug?
Those
Whoa! What the fuck?
Death in the embrace of restless flame.
Oh hell yeah!
Touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
Bro, when? Let me know when. Yo. When? June 21st. Yeah, but it's funny that you mentioned that. I had to buy the game again too because I played it on the PS4, my first playthrough, and I bought a digital edition PS5, and I can't play it on my PS5 because I don't have the digital version. I have to start, oh shit! You have to start from the beginning. Well, you might not have to play through the whole game. It might give you like a way to like jump to the game. I don't know. But yeah, thankfully I don't have to play the whole game. I just gotta buy it again. But Twitch sucks because you gotta pay $60 to get the game, and then you gotta pay probably $40 for the game itself. Like, how much does it cost? I don't know what's gonna show on screen, so. Oh wait. I just don't know what's gonna show on the screen when I open this this tab. Oh, I just want to see how much it costs. Oh, let me get the music playing again. It is. What's it? Just the original, the regular version. Alright, fuck off. Never mind. I'll figure it out another time. They're asking way too much information. Way too much information. Anyway, you guys want... So, we may have had some game... You have to beat Mohog or whatever his name is. Oh, shit. Moog. Oh, that fucking sucks. I never beat Moog. I couldn't do it. I was having such a hard time fighting him. I gave up. So there is 2 Star Wars things that released. So even though we lost the Mandalorian, we do have a remaster of the wonderful, amazing Battlefronts 1 and 2, original Battlefront 1s and 2s.
Now get out there.
Fight your way across the Star Wars galaxy in the classic Battlefront games with massive 64-player online battles and split-screen local gameplay.
Hell yeah, this looks amazing.
Never tell me the odds.
And battle with villains.
I accidentally turned the closed captions on again.
Get ready for the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. Launching March 14th. Pre-order now.
So awesome. I'm so glad they're doing that. And another Star Wars situation.
What I unveil
One of the best first-person shooters from back in the day.
today will mark a new era for the Empire.
Star Wars Dark.
We will be able to decimate the rebels just as we did.
Look at that. Look how good it looks.
The Emperor will be
Nice sharp pixels.
Continue with your project.
Those sounds you heard, we believe, come from that weapon. A new type of stormtrooper.
I love old school shooters, man.
A new stormtrooper that can take out a rebel base that
I am
quickly.
buying the fuck out of this game.
For the Empire.
God damn. So if you didn't already know about this, it's Dark Forces, Star Wars Dark Forces from back in the day, and they remastered it. And the last story we have for the night is that Grounded and Hi-Fi Rush were 2 of the exclusive games from Xbox that were released on other that are being released on other consoles. Grounded is releasing on the Nintendo Switch, and Hi-Fi Rush is releasing on the PS5. I did not see anything about Hi-Fi Rush being on Switch, but I could be wrong about that. I just could not find it. So I don't think that Hi-Fi Rush is... Oh, that's not what I typed. Did not mean to type that in. Rush Switch. So yeah, I don't could be coming to Switch. No, that's a month ago. A PS5 announced trailer, but I didn't see anything about the Hi-Fi Rush going to PS5 Switch. So I think that Hi-Fi Rush is going to PS5 and Grounded is going to the Switch, even though Grounded really shouldn't go to the Switch. Look at this. This looks fucking rough. Like, this looks absolutely terrible. And I have it all the way up on the resolution, just so you know. And we're watching this at 1080p. You're watching this at 1080p. This looks worse than my teeth. So yeah, if you want to play Mud Simulator 2024, go for it. But yeah, guys, that's all of the stories I have for today. That is the this is the new format, guys. This is rough. I'm sure that I could do better. I did forget to hit record, so making videos out of these streams is going to be a little bit tricky. Yeah, so a lot has been going on this week, and we'll be doing this every week. Sometimes it'll be short like today, sometimes it'll be long if I have more to talk about. I just gathered up the stories that I was super interested in, the games that I saw coming out that I was super interested in. I am noticing though, my counter, my stream tracker on Stream Elements is not working correctly. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like this format? It'll be once a week, Friday and Saturday. Well, not Friday and Saturday, but Friday, then Saturday, then Friday, then Saturday. I'm gonna do this for a little while, see how it goes, see if it gets anywhere, grows at all. And again, I'll be making videos out of it. I am also working on it's not gonna be long. It's not gonna be a long video, but it's a review of Assassin's Creed. Well, review. It's talking about how I struggled to get through Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Actually, I didn't get through Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But yeah, please let me know what you guys think of this this format. If you guys enjoyed this, and like I said, if it goes well, if this continues to do well, I will continue. Played a bit of Helldivers 2 today without even knowing 7 hours went by. I'm hearing Helldivers 2 is so good. Like, I'm hearing such good things about Helldivers 2. I haven't played it myself because I have no friends. I don't know how it would be solo. So I haven't played it. I want to play it. It's on my list of games to play. It's just hard to play games like that without friends. Because from what I understand, one of the fun parts about the game is having a friend to play with. And you kind of can't play a game with friends if you don't have friends. Yeah, I really want to play Last Epoch. I really want to play Helldivers. You can join randoms where they get... yeah, I guess I could do that. I could play with randoms. It is in my list of games I want to play. I'm playing right now. I'm giving Diablo 4 a retry. I've been playing a medieval. I'm almost done Grand Blue Fantasy. Grand Blue Fantasy was good until about the 9th chapter, and then the 9th chapter hit, and for some reason I just lost my interest to finish it. And sadly, I can't stop playing Elder Scrolls Online. By the way, I do plan on making some Elder Scrolls Online content. I just don't know exactly in what form. Got into Skull and Bones as well. Is that game actually any good? Because some people are shitting all over it, and then some people really like it. God, I got a lot of phlegm. Let me mute the mic. God, that sucked. Also, just to make this clear, these streams will probably, unless the news goes past an hour, these streams are probably only gonna be like an hour long. It's just to make it easier to balance in my life. But yeah, Skull and Bones, I watched a lot of reviews on it, and like I don't always make my own opinion on reviews, but I really don't know how I feel about the game from the reviews that I watched. I really don't know what to think. It looks like it could be a lot of fun, but it also looks like it could be really boring. Like what Sea of Thieves never caught my interest. I'm not a big pirates type person. It gets repetitive really quick. I'm almost done with the season rewards, and the next one is 3 months away. Oof. See, that's one of the biggest problems with live service games, right? You play them, and then you run out of content, and then you walk away, and then like the devs are like, I promise the game is good. Come back, please, but pay us though. And like, you only get content every few months, you know. And the thing is live service games destroy developers because it's a live service. So they make a game and they got to keep supporting that game, and they're just stuck with only being able to develop for that game. And the second they start to divvy up their developers to other games, the game that you're live servicing ends up falling flat. Look at Destiny 2. Marathon happened, and then Destiny 2 started to struggle. Just how it looks. Rockstar, they came out with GTA Online. Now it's been how many years since the last GTA? Well, we got Red Dead Redemption too, so that's kind of not true. But a lot of studios that go live service end up being stuck making content for just that game, and it sucks. It sucks the life out of developers. You know, Fortnite completely devoured Epic Games. Devoured it. A lot of companies, I can't remember what company it was, but they said that, Sony with The Last of Us, Naughty Dog with The Last of Us Online. They realized that if they made The Last of Us Online, that they would have had to only make The Last of Us Online. Like, they had to decide, do we continue making single player games, or do we put all in on Last of Us Online? And they decided not to do Last of Us Online. That's why I don't understand why Sony wants to go all hands on deck on live service games. EA wants to go all hands on live service games. We are going to get less games because of live service games. More live service games means less games. That's what that means, because more developers need to focus on live service games. Live service games destroy developers. It's just how it is. That's why I don't like live service games. I like playing certain live service games, but I don't like everything. Not everything has to be a live service game. Like, I love ESO. It's a live service game, but that's an MMO. It makes sense. But they have a whole different studio for that game. Bethesda is not devoured by ESO. Fallout 76, don't understand how that one's going on with Starfield, but Bethesda's huge. But not everything has to be live service. Not everything has to be live service. I just don't get it. But all right, guys. I'm gonna go get my Subway and eat my food. I hope you guys enjoyed the new show. Like I said, I'm gonna keep going with it to see how it goes. I'll be chopping parts of this into videos, even though my dumbass didn't hit record. I'm gonna have to freaking somehow download the stream. Oh wait, I can just download the stream through YouTube. I'm an idiot. It won't be that big of a deal. Cool. So expect at least one video cut out of this stream coming up. And again, you'll see me here live again at the end of next week. And you should see another video. You should see the video chopped out of here, and probably the Assassin's Creed video next week. That's when I'm expecting to have it out. So anyway, guys, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And this was V's Game Talk. Have a good night. Peace out. Live service and the season passes are way more cheap to make than a single player story game. That is very true. That is an extremely good point. But it still sucks away developers' resources. But guys, I am gonna get going. Thank you for being here again. Peace out.